Ave Legion and welcome to my channel. My name is Ludi and today we're gonna do our HRE dismantle guide within 5 years. If we get the video to 1,500 likes, I'm also gonna do an exploit that really shines when used in the Holy Roman Empire. Guys, if you do enjoy watching my videos once in a while, consider subscribing. I am trying to get to 50,000 subs so that I can qualify for a sponsorship, which might help me upgrade my potato computer, which in turn means that I'll be delivering better quality videos to you, my beloved viewers. So before we start this off, we need to know how to dismantle the HRE. Well, if you go to the HRE screen here, you see the dismantle button, and if you hover over it, it tells you that you need to control the electors as well as the capital of the current emperor, which is Austria. So that means that we have to control, not own, control Vienna. That means siege down Vienna in a war, and we have to either be allied or control the capital of the electors. So that means that we are gonna have to get an alliance with all of the electors around here. Be careful though, a lot of the times these electors rival each other, especially Brandenburg and Saxony, but this is not going to be the big issue. The big issue is going to be the holy trilogy here: Trier, Mainz, and Köln. Most of the times they rival one another. As you can see, Mainz is rival to Trier, and Mainz is actually also rivaled by the Palatinate, so that's going to be double trouble. Before you start allying people though, go ahead and choose your rivals. Make sure that you choose Austria as one of your rivals. Having Austria as a rival will deter any of the other electors from allying them if they are already allied to you. So we're gonna get our alliance with Brandenburg. We're gonna wait for only 1 day. Make sure you pause every single day for the first month, as you're gonna have to do these alliances 1 day at a time. There you go. We're gonna go Saxony as our second ally, even though they are rival to each other. We're gonna get a royal marriage with both of them. This way, even though they're rival to each other and allied to us, they're not gonna break our alliance. Next up, it's really vital that you check the rivals of these three guys here. So Mainz would be a bit of an issue here. They're rivaled by both Palatinate and Trier, which means that we actually want to get Mainz first before we get the other two guys here. If it was the other way around and we would have gotten Trier and Palatinate, there would be no chance of getting Mainz, but because we got Mainz as an ally first, we do have a chance of getting the other two as allies as well. Wait for 1 day, get Trier as your ally next, and get also Köln as your ally. And last but not least, the most holiest of electors, the Palatinate. We're gonna have a bit of an issue here because the Palatinate really doesn't want to ally us now, since they are allied to the Austrians. This is why I left the Palatinate last. 90% of the times, if you ally the rivals of the Palatinate, they will ally the emperor. So that's even better for us. We're gonna attack the emperor, we're gonna occupy the Palatinate and the capital of the emperor, and that means we have everything we need to dismantle the HRE. Before we do any of that, however, we are gonna need to improve relations with Trier and Mainz, as they are rival to each other. We cannot do this by royal marriage, which is what we can do with the Saxons and with the Brandenburgi here, because they are monarchies, but because these two are archbishoprics, we're gonna be sending them gifts. Catholic priests do love money, so we're gonna summon the Diet first. We're gonna get this claim on Austria from the Diet itself, get some land as well, and we're gonna give out some monopolies as well as the strong duchies, which will be of great help since we are already over our diplo relation slots. More monopolies here and even more monopolies here. Also, don't forget that you can give out the patronage of the arts, which is going to give you a little bit extra prestige, and prestige helps with a variety of things. So we've gotten royal marriages with both Saxony and Brandenburg, but for the archbishoprics, we're going to be sending them gold. Around 50 gold for each of them is going to be more than enough to get them on our side forever and make sure that they don't cancel that sweet alliance that they have with us. We're also going to be starting to position our armies here. We're going to need more money, and in order to get this money fast, what we can do is go for the indebted to the burghers, which gives us a few loans for 1% interest, which means we get almost no interest. 0.25 for 250 ducats, almost 300, is actually extremely good. Don't forget, you also have the gold mine in Keb if you're planning to do this as Bohemia, so dev this bad boy up as much as you need to get extra gold. We're also going to be praying to RNGesus that we're going to get a siege general here. We got a 1 siege, better than a 0 siege, and we're going to recruit a few more units here too, so that we so that we have some troops during the battles to come. Do take note that because you start off with an interregnum, there's a very slim chance that you're gonna get a ruler before 46. So at least until 46, you just gotta consolidate your alliances, make sure nobody cancels their alliance with you. One thing to do is you can get the Diplo Rep guy, which really helps out a lot, and you can also get a Morale of Armies advisor, which will help in the wars to come, as well as inflation or national tax can be quite decent at the start. I also recommend that you get a spy network in both Austria and the Palatinate, as you're gonna have to siege both of these down during the war to come. So now it's 1446. I do have a leader, and I've also set my vassals here to attach to my secondary army, which will be going against the Palatinate. It is time to declare on the Austrians. We're gonna go for the Conquest CB, and we're gonna set Vienna itself as our target, even though we don't have any intention of taking this. 90% of the times, if you follow my steps, they are gonna be allied to Hungary and Aragon, both of which are ridiculously strong nations, and a lot of the times Palatinate also. What I recommend you do is that you focus on nothing else except Austria and the Palatinate. Literally just ignore the Hungarians and the Aragonese. Most of the time the Aragonese have enough trouble with their own wars, and they will not really bother you that much in this war. Hungarians will be a bit of an issue. If you really want to, you can also ally Poland and call them into your war. That will help you out quite a bit, actually. It is your choice, however. Sometimes they might not even join if you don't have the favors to give them and they don't have any actual interest or have some truces going on. We are, however, going to declare our war here. No more laying around. Ingolstadt also is not joining because they're in the war for the crown of Bavaria. And we're going to directly rush for Vienna. With this army, we're going to go for Oberpfalz. 90% of the times they will not have maintained the fort. So that means it's going to basically be a free kill for us right over there. Vienna likely will be maintained. I've never had a game in which Vienna was not maintained, so you will have to siege it down. It will take a long time, and it's going to be quite painful. That being said, make sure that your vassals attach to the mercenary company so that you can rush over towards the Palatinate regions with this army group whilst the other one is sieging down Vienna. Do not peace out the Palatinate. Even if you've sieged them down fully, you really don't want to peace them out, as you want to make sure that you have both the Palatinate and Vienna occupied in order to get your dismantling of the HRE going. After only 5 years since the start date, we can now dismantle the HRE. You don't even need to go to the war screen. All you need to do is go to the HRE diplomatic screen once you have Vienna occupied and the capital of the Palatinate occupied, or whichever elector you didn't manage to ally and you had to fight against. Even though the war is not going amazing, it doesn't really matter. Now that we can dismantle the HRE, what really matters is the fact that future wars are going to cost us a ton less aggressive expansion when expanding within the previous borders of the not so existent HRE. Imagine, only 5 years and now we can expand like absolute crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like as well as subscribe and leave the bell button on to get notified when I release new guides such as this one. If we get the video to 1,500 likes, I'm also gonna do a special exploit video particular to the Holy Roman Empire. And I also want to give a very big thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support you've been offering me. I wouldn't be here without you right now. If anybody else wants to become a patron or a channel member, you can check the links in the description. So until the next one, have a great day, everybody.